And once again, we welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. We have made it all the way to game number 7 tonight. And in this contest, you will find the out-of-state team. Well, we have a couple of those over in Missouri, but way out of state, if you will, as the Collierville, Tennessee Dragons come in to Collinsville to take on the Triad Knights. Collierville, they are 11-3 on the year under their coach Sean Taggart, and obviously this is their first year in the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. Triad Knights, they are 8-3 on the year. Jeff Guidry is their head coach. He's in his 4th year and brings with him a record of 46-33. And this is the 27th year that Triad has been in the Prairie Farms tournament or the Collinsville tournament. And Triad has not had much success here. They are 19-54 in their previous 26 years. Of course, no titles, and they finished in 13th place last year. As we get you ready for this one, my name is Todd Duke, and Zach Roseman on the other microphone. How you doing there? You enjoying yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Good to be back in the booth. That Rockford East Althoff game turned into a pretty good one, and then seems like Collinsville took care of business there against Oakville.
Yeah, a little late taking care of business, but they got it taken care of, that's for sure.
And it seems like maybe a little bit of a trend for Collinsville in this tournament. There was, especially with that 2019-2020 team, they always seem to get off to kind of slow starts, but once they got going, they were pretty tough to beat.
So let's fill you in on the starters here as we get you ready for this one. We will begin with the team from out of town. I haven't even looked at their roster really. So Terrion McNeil will get the start. He wears 0 on his back. He is a 5'11 senior. Isaiah Tyson is a 5'11 junior. Elijah Lucier is a 6'8" junior. Webb Thomas is a 6' sophomore, and Alex Vandenberg is a 6'5 senior. For Triad, Drew Winslow on the floor, a 6'5 sophomore. Jake Stewart, a 6'5 junior. McGrady Noyes, a 6'5 senior. Owen Droy, a 6'2 junior, and Tyler Thompson, a 6'4 freshman. I hope I got all those names right.
Yeah, they seems like Triad trying to match size with size. Probably maybe the tallest starting lineups on average between the two teams, and Collierville I got a couple more 6'5 plus kids coming off the bench. We'll see if they get in. Well, I guess thinking about it, I did the closest connection. Collierville lost to Briarcrest Christian by 10. Briarcrest have, for the past number of years, come and played in the Modern Day tournament. They beat Nashville by 40 at the Modern Day tournament. One of Triad's losses is to Nashville. So,
yeah, there you go.
I mean, that may not wind up meaning anything, but
that's 6 degrees of separation there.
Yeah,
we get it back and we go in there, and
like a Bacon number, but for basketball.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Yeah. And the Collierville guys that aren't starting, they're in their warm-up shirts, and right across the fronts of their warm-up shirts it says The Ville.
Yeah.
Well, we could do that too. We got Collinsville.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah, a little bit about Coach Taggart. This is his, I think his 2nd year now. Was a college teammate of Derrick Rose, played at the University of Memphis under John Calipari about 15 years ago. Played over in Europe for a while.
Nice.
He's the tall guy in the maroon polo. You'll see. Yeah, should be a pretty interesting matchup.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We will see as the Dragons of Collierville, Tennessee come in winners of 6 of their last 7 games. They come in on a 2-game win streak, and they have a pretty potent offense. We don't know much about the competition they play, but they are averaging 62 points a game on offense compared to Triad's 49.4 points per game. So we'll see how that plays out as we move along here. For Triad, they've won 2 of their last 3, but they've also lost 3 of their last 5. That followed a 6-game win streak to start the year. They beat Granite City in game number 2 of the year, 50-37, and right now, Granite City's the only team that they played that's in this tournament, so that's the only thing that I can base that off of. And We told you about Triad coming in, scoring 49.4 a game. Defensively, Triad stingy, only giving up 40.5 per game, while the Dragons of Collierville, Tennessee are giving up on average 48.3 per game.
Yeah, giving up 40 points a game. That's encroaching on Lincoln territory.
Yeah, almost. I think Lincoln was at, 38 or 39, somewhere like that?
I think they were down under 30, but anyway.
We're underway, and the team from Tennessee wins the opening tip-off. They're the ones dressed out there in maroon jerseys, and right off the bat, we will have a Triad foul. Triad is the home team in this one, so they're here in their white uniforms. They're trimmed in a little red and black. Their numbers are silver on the front and the back, and they have the word Knights written across the fronts of their jerseys. And to the free throw line right off the bat for Collierville goes Elijah Lucier. Is it Lucier or Lucier?
I've been going with the more French pronunciation. I don't know.
Lucier?
Yeah, I'm thinking Lucier. I don't know for sure.
Lussier. He misses the first one, and the second one is on the way. And we don't have any stats for the team from Tennessee. They're on max preps also, but they only had 2 of their 14 games listed, so we decided not to go with those stats. Here are the Knights, and they almost turned the ball over as they kick it around for a little while, and that's Tyler Thompson. He gets it out front. Now a handoff goes to Noyes, and McGrady picks up his dribble, and around the horn we will go, and into the corner it goes for Winslow. Winslow into the paint, off the glass, can't get it to go, and the Collierville Dragons will hit the rebound. They have the word Dragons written across the fronts of their jerseys, their maroon jerseys. Their numbers are kind of a dark gray trimmed in white.
Yeah, they're relatively easy to pick up, though, and I personally think they look pretty nice.
Yeah, it's not bad. Good color combination. They'll kick it out to the outside, will Triad, to Jake Stewart. Stewart runs in the lane, and we finally have our first 2-point bucket 1 minute in to this first quarter, 2-1 in favor of Triad.
Yeah, Jake Stewart, a very, just an all-around phenomenal athlete. Was the leading scorer for a pretty good Triad soccer team that went to the super sectionals, and then also was the kicker for their football team that made the playoffs.
Tyson kicks it all the way back out, and around the horn we'll go. We'll end up on that near side sideline, and a dribble drive there by McNeil, but a whistle by young Mr. Mark Parker, I believe that is.
Yeah, Collinsville alum Mark Parker. Yeah, nice to have him here officiating. The foul will be on Thompson.
6:34 left to go here in this opening quarter of game number 7. One more game set to come your way tonight, and Matt Clark and Zach Roseman will bring that battle to you between Quincy and Alton. Alton struggling this year. Quincy, they're a pretty good team as usual, the Blue Devils are.
Yep, only lost to arguably the best team in the state in Moline, at Moline. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing this Blue Devil squad.
Blue Devils and Collinsville played in the third place game last year, which Collinsville won, and now we have a charging foul, so we're going to go the other way with it. Tell you what, Sean Taggart, he's a pretty tall dude down there, man.
Yeah,
he's probably like 6'10", at least maybe 6'11".
6'9", 6'10", somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, one of the taller coaches you'll see, one that's about that size that I can think of is Matt Lauer at Freeburg, and he's in that same general vein, 6'10", 6'11".
Outside it goes to McNeil. He'll try a three-point shot. That's no good. Triad, they'll pull down the rebound. They bring it back up. Here's Jake Stewart. He fires it all the way up to Tyler Thompson. Thompson, baseline, turns around, goes the other way. Here is Drew Winslow. He'll dribble drive through the lane, and he'll be fouled and go to the line.
Yeah, they'll get Lucier with that one.
That'll be the first foul for the Dragons. And
they got Vandenberg with it. Okay.
Vandenberg. To the line is Drew Winslow, where he is 20 of 43 coming into this game.
Not a phenomenal percentage, but we'll see if he can improve on that here. Okay, they did give it to Lucier. Right. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
They made the correction, and to the free throw line, it is Drew Winslow, the 6'5" sophomore. And good. We are tied at 3. One more shot coming for Winslow. He's ready to go. And that one swoops out. Rebound on the ground and a travel. Those calls always crack me up, man. That has got to be like, okay, the worst feeling in the world, as Owen Droy fell to the ground and gets called for a travel while he's going to the ground.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, I mean, credit to him for getting up for the rebound, but you got to get down with your feet set. And so it's a travel according to the letter of the law.
Collierville back with the ball. Here is Tyson. He'll send it over, and then it comes back to Tyson on that right wing, and he'll give it up once again to McNeil. He'll dribble and drive, and that's going to go back the other way on a travel.
Yeah, see Triad coming out in a 1-3-1 zone, and that's something that, Triad have some length, and you saw what Glenbard West were able to do with last year with length in excess. They ran the 1-3-1 and took it all the way to a state championship.
Triad with the ball all around the outside of the perimeter. They'll keep it out there for a moment longer. Thought about that three-point shot, did Drew Winslow, but he pulled it back instead. And now gives the ball up to Noyes. McGrady Noyes dribbles all around the perimeter, and they'll keep it out there again. Into the corner it goes for Winslow. Back out front will go for Stewart. Stewart dribbles from one wing to the other wing. Bounces it inside. Trying to work his way in the paint is Droy. He'll kick it back outside. Three-point shot from Noyes. That tips across the rim. And the rebound hauled down by Isaiah Tyson for Collierville. Down it goes, and a blocked shot turns into a scramble for the ball. Picked up by Collierville, and Elijah Lucier is on the board.
Yeah, just kind of a scramble for the ball. Nobody really had definitive control, but Lucier able to get control of it and get a shot up and in.
Triad in possession of the ball now. They trail by 2, do the Knights. Here is a dribble drive and a shot by Noyes. That's no good. And the rebound is hauled down by Lucier. They'll work it up quickly, will the Dragons. Over into the corner to McNeil, and then McNeil comes in from the left wing, shoots it to the right wing. Three-point shot, good! Off of the hands of Webb Thomas.
See, try and make some substitutions here at the next stoppage. Down 5. We'll see if they're able to get a bucket here.
Triad having a hard time holding on to that ball all the way out there at the mid-court stripe, but they'll slow things down just a bit, throw it into the corner. Here comes a dribble drive by Noyes, but he'll pull up. Loose ball off of the knee of Drew Winslow and into the hands of the Dragons. And here once again is McNeil. He pulls up, throws it out to the top of the key, and another loose ball on the ground. And we're going to have a foul called, and this one is going to go against the Dragons.
Yeah, Vandenberg had the ball knocked out, kind of shoved, I think it was Winslow down there. See Eden hit, and A.J. Mills come in. Knight's going a little bit smaller, but hits a guy that, when he gets going, can really light it up from just in general scoring. He had a pretty good tournament last year.
Knights bring the ball up. They trail by 5 at the top of the key, and then around over onto the wing, and that is where you find Noyes. Back out front it goes to A.J. Mills. Over onto this far side wing for Aiden Hitt. Triad, they're content with playing the ball on the outside perimeter a lot, aren't they?
Yeah, they just work the ball around and get a good lane to drive, but taking a decent amount of time, but
they are
getting decent looks.
A little fadeaway jumper from about 10 feet out, no good. The rebound belongs to Isaiah Tyson for Collierville, and they'll bring it down, and trying to get that ball in there was Lucier off the glass, but he couldn't. Triad ends up with the loose ball, and almost able to go in there for the steal was Tyson, but Triad works the ball up into the offensive side of things. Back out front it goes now for Winslow. Winslow has his pocket picked by McNeil. McNeil's going to go in and have an easy fingertip roll, and Triad wants a timeout. Is a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside for just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville K-Hawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
Welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, game number 7 of 8. One more game left after this one, and we'll call it a night on the first day of this tournament. It's been a lot of fun. Over into the corner it goes, and coming out of the corner with it is Winslow. Winslow gives it up, and then it ends up into the hands of Noyes, and we're going to have a foul called against the Dragons.
There's Antonio Thompson into the game for the Dragons. He's going to pick up the foul. 6'5" senior.
Inbound pass will be triggered by Jake Stewart right at the beginning of the Dragons bench. He gets it into Mills. Mills back over to Stewart, now back over to Winslow. Winslow comes away from the Dragons bench, heads to the other side of the court where he hands the ball off. Excuse me. A.J. Mills with it. Gives it up now for Hitt. Hitt back over to Winslow. Winslow throws it in, and just outside the lane, turnaround shot by Mills, no good. And the rebound being fought for and won by Cooper McRae. And he'll get the ball to McNeil, and that's 2 points. And it's a 12-3 Dragons advantage right now. Triad trying to play catch up, but they're having a hard time getting the ball to fall, and now we're going to have a foul called, and this one's going to go against Vandenberg. That'll be his second, team fourth. Triad has 3 on the board. They have 3 fouls and 3 points through the Knights.
And they're going to bring Jack Cantrell in. This Collierville team probably has the biggest depth of size out of pretty much any team in the tournament. 6'5", 6'8" coming off the bench. And
yeah, they have 3 guys that are 5'11". Everybody else is 6 foot or taller. And they have a large roster. 5 team fouls now for the Dragons. They're having a hard time staying out of foul trouble here early, and here is Felipe Boyce. Boyce will check into the game for the first time. He is one of those 5'11" juniors. And a turnaround shot won't go in. Man, I tell you what, Knights are having a hard time getting the ball into the hoop. There is a 3-point try by the Dragons. Off the mark was Jack Cantrell. And the Knights, they come away with the ball. Here is Hitt. Hitt gets it across the way now for Stewart. Stewart over on the near side for the other Stewart. That would be Ethan Stewart. We have an Ethan and a Jake on the Triad team. Over to Jake Stewart now. He will, just outside the lane, throw it over into the corner. 3-point shot, no good for Noyes. And the rebound, and that's going to be a held ball, and the possession arrow in favor of the Knights, so they're lucky to get that one back.
yeah, the Collierville contingent not very happy about it. Yeah, I mean, Mills was able to knock the ball at least sort of loose and contest the control of the ball enough for the referee to deem it held up.
We're down to the final 40 seconds here of this first quarter. Here's a 3-point shot. That one rolls across the rim off the hands of Jake Stewart. Rebound belongs to the Dragons. They bring it up quickly, and a dunk by Cooper McRae. Coop.
Yes.
Coop. I like the name Cooper. That's a good first name. It's also a last name. Ooh, looks like Felipe Boyce took a elbow to the chops there on that play and comes away all right. Now we're going to have a charge called against Terrion McNeil, and we're going to head back the other way with only 10 seconds to play here in this first quarter.
Let's see Linwood Dillard come in for the Dragons as the Knights bring Thompson and Drew Winslow back in. There's another Winslow on the roster as well.
Standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. 14-3, 11-point lead for the Dragons from Collierville, Tennessee. Here come the Knights. They have precious seconds in which to score some points. 3-point shot on the way. That one misses the mark. Rebound belongs to the Dragons, but they are unable to do anything with it afterwards, and that is the end of one quarter of play. Quarter number 2 comes your way next on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud K-Hawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com. Once again, we welcome you back to the broadcast booth here at the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic, 38th edition here at Collinsville High School. Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium is where we are, and the Dragons of Collierville, Tennessee have themselves an 11-point lead after 1 quarter of play, and they have the ball. Here is Linwood Dillard. Dillard bounces the ball back out toward midcourt for Tyson, back over to Dillard, and he tried to thread one into the corner, but that was blocked out by Drew Winslow, and the Triad Knights will end up getting a bucket out of that, and boy, did they need one.
Yeah, nice. Just got the deflection there out of the 1-3-1, and were able to get the steal, and Stewart with an easy layup on the run out.
There is Tyson, all the way back out to midcourt, or excuse me, now it's Tyson. Tyson drives with it and dumps it off, and unable to finish that was McRae. Back outside we go for Boyce. Boyce takes a shot off the inside of the rim, and the rebound belongs to Triad. Here is Drew Winslow. Winslow brings the ball up toward the top of the key. Into the paint, takes the shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound, that belongs to Triad as well. They'll put it back up and off with the glass. Good job by McGrady Noyes.
Yeah, if there's one thing that Triad are going to do, they're gonna play hard.
And speaking of hard, that's a charging call. A hard charge called against Isaiah Tyson.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of the talent level that the Knights have, they've always been, they've definitely had their share of struggles in this tournament, but they're in this tournament to play quality opponents, and they're going to get after it no matter who they're playing.
McNeil checks back into the game for the Dragons. Inbound pass coming in from Winslow. Now we have a whistle.
They're going to have a warning.
Illegal substitution. Oh, they had 6 guys on the court.
Oh, well, can't do that.
No, that's not allowed. That's frowned upon here at these tournaments. They'll get a warning.
Coach Taggart's unhappy about it. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did they actually call a technical?
No, they did not. They gave him a warning. It looks like the player that was the 6th man on the floor did not. Yeah, I guess they did call it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well.
I guess that'll go as like an administrative thing. I don't know.
That's a technical foul.
Yeah.
Technical 9 for 13 at the free throw line. Tyler Thompson, he misses the first one. And if you're Triad, when you struggle to get points in that first quarter, you need points. Second one's good.
Yeah, but able to get something going there. 5.
Yeah, they rebounded nicely. Only scored 3 points in the first. Now they're up to 8, so they've got 5 already here in the second, and we still have most of the second quarter to go.
And they're going to get the ball back here and have the opportunity to run set and get some more points.
Inbound pass will come in from Jake Stewart at the half-court stripe, near side sideline. He gets the ball in for Thompson. Thompson over onto the wing, 3-point shot. That one is off the rim again, and no good. And the rebound after the missed 3-point shot belongs to Collierville. They're already down court. They'll dump it off. That was a nice give and go. Little backdoor feed, and Vandenberg turned it into 2 points. Triad moves it up quickly, but then they'll have to slow things down as Collierville caught up. And on the wing, it's Jake Stewart. Stewart gives the ball up now for Winslow, and Winslow hands the ball off to Hitt. Hitt, and in turn gives it to Droy, and Droy gives it back to Stewart. Stewart cuts across the free throw line, gives it up in the corner for Thompson. Thompson dribbles, picks it up baseline. Back out front will go to Winslow. Winslow had that ball partially tipped, but able to stay with it. And shot clock got the better of him that time.
See Jeroy come back in as Noyes will have a little bit of a break.
We're in the second quarter. 5:57 left to play here in quarter number 2. 16-8. Up by 8 are the Collierville Dragons, and they have the ball. Here is Boyce. Boyce, he gives it up now for McNeil. McNeil back over to Boyce. Boyce dumps it off in the corner, but that's knocked out of bounds by Thompson, and the Dragons will get to keep it.
Yeah, still a pretty nice crowd here. You know, probably.
I think everybody just wants to see what the team from Tennessee looks like.
Yeah, and seems like they got a pretty good squad here, and we'll see Lucier come back in. As,
already having more success than the team from Alaska did last year.
Well,
poor team from Alaska came all the way down here and didn't win a game.
No, but it was nice to have Wasilla come down. It's always kind of interesting to see these out-of-state teams, and Collierville, in the grand scheme of things, aren't really that far. So we may,
no,
if they choose to do so, they could come up here with a bit more regularity.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where Collierville is. I never did look it up on the map, but I mean, I drew into Nashville in 4 hours or less.
It's just outside of Memphis, right on the Mississippi State line.
Oh, I got married in Memphis. I know where that is too.
Yeah, just not any. Yeah,
right up 55.
Yeah, no farther than Rockford Eastern Wonderland have to travel on a yearly basis.
Yeah, that's true. Illinois is a very long state. Tennessee is a very small, narrow state.
In the vertical aspect.
Yes, exactly. I didn't mean they were narrow-minded.
No, of course not.
That is not. No, I love Tennessee. We go down there all the time. We've rented cabins in the woods before in the Smoky Mountains. It's been a blast. We got married down there, my wife and I did. We've been to Nashville on a number of occasions. I like the state of Tennessee. At the free throw line, here is Drew Winslow. Winslow makes the first one. Dragons will send Isaiah Tyson back into the game. To the bench goes Alex Vandenberg. Pretty sure there was a rock band back in the day named Vandenberg. Sounds like a band my best friend Mike used to enjoy. Second free throw is good, and it's an 8-point game, so a good job here by Triad, and now we're going to have a timeout called by Collierville. It is a 60-second timeout, and we will be back in just a mere 60 seconds ourselves here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former K-Hawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
Once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville. Glad that you're with us. 5:03 left to play here in this first half. And after the Dragons of Collierville, Tennessee opened up a 11-point lead, it's now back down to 8 as Triad has done a little bit more scoring here than they did in that first quarter. Here is Isaiah Tyson for Collierville. He'll throw it over to the wing, and that's where he finds McRae. That is McNeil. One of the McNeils or McRays. It is McNeil. He'll fire the ball over to Tyson. Tyson comes in from the wing, dumps it off, thrown over onto the left wing now, and a dribble drive there by McNeil, and a foul coming. And 2 shots will be coming to Terrion McNeil.
And they're going to get, I think they got Noyes there on the foul, and McNeil will shoot some free throws.
He will shoot some free throws. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. First one, off and down. Was off to the left. Took a straight bounce up, but the bounce brought it back, so it ended up being short. Another try here for McNeil. And that one swoops out. So a 0 for 2 performance from McNeil at the free throw line will allow Triad another opportunity to trim this 8-point lead down. Here are the Knights. They have the ball on the wing. Droy sends it over to the opposite wing for Thompson. Thompson back to Droy, back to Thompson. Out front will go now to Noyes. Over on the near side for Winslow. Winslow back out front. Stewart with it. He gives it up for Droy, and we're going to have a foul called, and this one is going to go against Cooper McRae.
And that'll already be the Dragons' 10th team foul.
Yeah.
Pretty spread out, but it seems like everybody that Collierville's played has got one, so Knights will be in the double bonus for the rest of the half.
That they will, and there's still 4:11 left to go in that half. Here is a free throw shot by Noyes. Noyes, 28 of 42 from the free throw line coming in. And the next one, no good. Rebound all the way into the near side corner. Picked up there by Boyce. He fires the ball over to McNeil. Into the paint it goes, off the glass. Good for two. Lucier. That's what Chad Burgess is calling him. I'll go with that as well. And it's a 20-11 game, 9-point lead for the Dragons. Over onto the wing for the Knights and Drew Winslow. He'll come from the wing and hand the ball off in the process to Noyes. Noyes gets it to Thompson. Thompson gets it back into the corner for three for Winslow, and that one just missed. And the ball on the ground, and we're going the other way.
Let's see, Cantrell and Thomas re-enter for the Dragons. Thomas started, didn't he? But he hasn't done a whole lot so far.
Yeah. Webb Thomas, he did start. They'll bring the ball back up, will the Dragons, and they'll do so in the form of McNeil, who gives it up now into the corner for Thomas. Thomas back out front, almost a travel there, but they get it back, and here is Cantrell over to Thomas. Thomas, a little 8-foot jump shot, and that rattles and falls in. Seems like Collierville is getting some buckets to drop, even when the shot looks off, but the Triad Knights, man, they're having a hard time finding some buckets here, although they have picked it up as opposed to the first quarter when they only scored 3. And that's off the glass. That'll roll in very nicely for Owen Droy. And it's 22-13 in favor of Collierville. Dragons with the ball. It is McNeil, and they'll throw it in the paint. And another foul coming up. This one is going to go against Cooper McRae. That'll be his second. He'll go out.
See Lucier come back in for the Dragons, and I think that's about the 3rd or 4th charge that the Knights have taken already.
Yeah. There's been a few of those in this game, hasn't there? 2:40 left to go here in quarter number 2. 22-13 in favor of Collierville. Triad with the ball, trying to dig back into this lead, and they'll start over onto the wing. Now back out to the top of the key, over to the opposite wing. That would be the right wing, back out to the top of the key for Thompson. He lost control of the ball for a moment, but they get it back. Driving the lane is Drew Winslow. He came in from an angle, and he gets fouled. There was 3 Dragons waiting for him down here on this post.
They're going to get Tyson with it, his second. And, well, it was a shooting foul anyway, so 2 free throws either way for Winslow.
Yeah. We are well into double bonus land as Winslow heads back to the free throw line. Looks like A.J. Mills is ready to check back in. He does. For Triad, also checking back in for the Dragons is Felipe Boyce. One more shot coming at the free throw line for Drew Winslow. Winslow hits it. 7-point game now. Dragons still maintain the lead. And they have control of the ball. And no look. Tried to do the alley-oop, but he never even left the floor, did Lucier.
Wasn't all that great of a pass.
No,
either.
it wasn't. It hit the bottom of the rim. You're supposed to get it up over the rim for an alley-oop, aren't you? That's what I've been told. There is a handoff to Thompson. He'll throw it back into the corner for Winslow, who kicks it right back out. 3-point shot. There you go. McGrady Noyes. I believe that's the first 3-pointer of the night for Triad. It couldn't come at a better time if you're a Knights fan. 22-18, back to a 4-point game, but they'll get that 3-point right back on Jack Cantrell's 3 from the corner pocket. Down to 85 seconds to go here in this first half. Here's Winslow. Winslow drives, and he just went around 3 people. I agree. He got away with one.
Well, I don't know. It's more often than not called that.
I know.
So.
Yep. I agree that he tucked that ball under his arm and took like one extra step. And there's a headman pass. Oh boy, Drew Winslow. And the Triad Knights have clawed all the way back to within 3 points after trailing by 11 at the end of 1. Dragons bring the ball up. Knight fans are excited. Here is Boyce in front of the Knights bench. He'll bounce one out to the top of the key for McNeil. Over on the wing, and a 3-point shot. That's drained by Boyce. Back to a 6-point lead.
Knights can not quite hold for 1.
Nope, 1 second off on the shot clock as opposed to the game clock. Here is Winslow, not going to matter anyway. He's going to take the shot, and it's going to roll off the rim, and it's going to fall down into the hands of Boyce. They have time, they don't need to rush. Here is McNeil. He'll send it back over to Boyce. Back to McNeil, 10 seconds. McNeil drives, shoots, can't score. Triad, they'll throw the ball down here, and that'll miss the mark, and that is the end of 1 half of play. 28-22 in favor of the Collierville Dragons over the Triad Knights, and we'll take a break and come back with a little first half stat action for you next on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
The OrthoGold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KHawkSports.com and the KHawk Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the K-Hawk Sports Network and KHawkSports.com. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, PetroffTrucking.com, or give them a call, 888-797-6100. Petroff Trunking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of K-Hawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go K-Hawks.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from K-Hawk Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 28-22. The Collierville Dragons have a 6-point lead. They had an 11-point lead after one quarter of play when it was 14-3. Triad outscored Collierville 19-14 in that second quarter to trim that 11-point lead down to a 6-point lead. Leading scorer, no one in double digits as of yet. We have two players tied with 9. Drew Winslow for Triad and Eli Lassiere for Collier. After that, for Triad, 6 points for McGrady Noyes, 4 points for Jake Stewart, 2 points for Owen Droy, and 1 point for Tyler Thompson. After the 9 for Lassiere for Collierville, they have spread it out all over the place, man. 5 points belongs to Webb Thomas, 4 points for Terrion McNeil, 3 points each for Felipe Boyce and Jack Cantrell, and Cooper McCrae also has 2 points. From the lines, 1 for 4 from the free throw line for Collierville, while Triad has gone 7 of 10 because Collierville really piled up the fouls in that first half. From the three-point stripe, Dragons are 3 of 7, while the Knights are 1 of 7. The battle of the boards being won by Collierville. They've out-rebounded Triad 15-11. And in the turnover department, Triad has 6 turnovers compared to 8 for Collier, and they're almost even on points of turnovers. Triad has 8 points off of turnovers, while Collierville has 6, but it's the shooting from the field that really stands out, as the Dragons have shot 57.1% from the field, while Triad, they were cold early in that first quarter, only shot 33.3%, and the Knights picked that up a little bit as the second quarter went along, because if they wouldn't have, you'd probably be talking about 28%, something like that.
Yeah, 7 of 21, in a perfect, Collierville are shooting the ball about as well as you can expect a team to. 57% is pretty darn good. And, like we mentioned, Triad were just really, really cold to start out with, and they were able to get their shots. They've played solid enough defense. They've, had the benefit of, the technical. Got a point off of that, and they also drew a lot of fouls, so really got things going, and we'll see. It should be a pretty intriguing second half.
And that second half will be coming your way after a brief timeout here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald. 2 great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Hello, everybody. This is Mike Ogle with Ogle Auctions, and we hope you are enjoying tonight's game, and go K-Hawks. Hey, check us out. Every Sunday night, we have an online auction at www.ogleauctions.com. Everything from grandma's china to grandma's motorcycle helmet, it's all here at Ogle Auctions every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Check us out, and we will see you soon.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Second half action is underway here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Triad Knights, a whistle before we even got anything started.
Have maybe a foul off the ball.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Inadvertent whistle. All right.
Okay.
I don't know.
5 seconds after the quarter starts, we have a whistle for really no reason at all. Triad, they start off with the ball. They trail by 6. Here is Mills. Mills will hand the ball off to Winslow. Back over to Mills. Mills on the left wing, takes it to the top of the key and gives it up for Tyler Thompson. Thompson back out to Mills. They work it up inside now for Noyes, and the ball ends up out of bounds. Turnover by Triad. That's exactly what they don't want.
Yeah, nice job by Vandenberg, just holding firm there on the block, and didn't really do a whole lot to steal the ball, but Noyes lost it, and the Dragons will get the ball back.
That they do. And here is Tyson over to McNeil. He'll launch a three-point shot that tickles the bottom of the netting, but from the outside, not the inside.
See, the Triad Cavalry has made the short trek down, 70? I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. 70-55. Yeah, there's a little underneath the basket layup by Vandenberg. And it's now an 8-point lead for the Collierville Dragons. Knights with the ball, and a whistle will stop the play. And
you get McNeil
on the block, yeah.
Just his second, so, despite the fact that that's probably about the 13th or 14th.
Yeah, it's up there.
Only had 13. They're all pretty spread out. I don't think anybody from Collierville has more than 2. That's one of the benefits of playing, 10 guys.
Playing 25 people?
Yeah.
Over onto the wing it goes, near sideline for Noyes. He'll give it up for Stewart, who gives to Winslow. Winslow bounces around and hands the ball off to Jake Stewart from number 1 to number 2. Back to number 2, and a loose ball and a travel picked up while the young man was laying on the ground. Ball kind of just rolled his way. He picked it up and then got dropped, and that was Mr. Lucier. Triad faithful making their voices heard as the Knights continue with the ball, trailing by 8. Thompson hands it off. 3-point shot. That rattles, and it goes in for Jake Stewart, and it's a 5-point game.
Stewart with 7 now. Things, Triad staying pretty balanced as they have for most of the year.
There's McNeil. Started off with a 6-game winning streak, did Triad.
before they ran into a little trouble here lately.
Yeah, got through a good run at the Stovetop Thanksgiving tournament. Beat a pretty darn good Columbia team that beat Collinsville.
Yeah.
Pretty relatively easily too. And then
from behind, that could have been a foul called against McNeil from that reach in.
yeah, and then Mississippi Valley's pretty tough this year. I think they took a loss to Mascoutah, and then had kind of a weird loss down at the Marion Shootout to Nashville, and then they've been able to kind of right the ship and yeah.
Trying to right it once again. Here is a drive by Stewart.
Collierville
Dragons fans, they wanted to travel. And turnaround shot at the horn for the shot clock, hits the rim. And the ball ends up going out of bounds, and I believe they're going to say Triad's going to keep it.
Yeah, they is that Boyce, Tyson. Yeah, I think Tyson or McNeil, one of the Collierville guards down there, had it just kind of dribbled it off the shoe, and Knights will reset.
Winslow dumps it off, almost threw that ball away, but Thompson collects it after it bounces all the way back out to midcourt. And a save by Triad. Goes into the hands of Stewart. He drives it into the corner, and now we're going to have a charging foul. That's going to go against Stewart. He was in midair when he threw that ball into the corner for Winslow, and they called him for it.
Yeah, nice job by, I guess, Cantrell or Lucier. I don't know, one of the... Collierville numbers are relatively easy to pick up, down at this end, but down at the far end of the court, they're a little hard to pick up, at least for me.
Yeah, they are, because the front of the numbers on the fronts are always smaller than the ones on the backs.
Yeah.
And if you got a guy bent over or anything, then it's really hard to see the number. Here is a three-point shot. That one misses the mark from Webb Thomas. Rebound belongs to Triad. Winslow shoots the ball up to Stewart. Back to Winslow. He's in the paint, takes the shot, and it rolls in ever so slowly. And it's a three-point game now.
Yeah, Winslow, the first night into double figures. He's got 11. I guess probably the first player into double figures.
Yeah, he is.
Unless Lucier's on the floor, and he hasn't got one yet, so yeah, first player into double figures.
Tyson over to McNeil, back over to Tyson, and back to McNeil, and they bounce into the corner now, and back around the outside edge we go. Three-point shot, nothing but net for Webb Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas is, just kind of being there, and that's something. Collierville fans got up for something.
Well, there's a picked off ball. That's going to mean Isaiah Tyson is going to come in all alone. And the lead now extends for the Dragons, back out to 8 points.
Yeah.
Triad got it down to 3.
I think they've gotten it down to 3, maybe twice, but just haven't been able to string enough stops together to fully close the gap.
Thompson in front of his own bench, one dribble, picks it up, throws onto the outside wing for a blocking foul, just as I was getting ready to call Winslow in. Coach Taggart didn't like that call.
No, but not very happy about it. That's Tyson's third. I think he'll be the first Dragon with to pick up that third foul, and we'll see probably Dillard come in for him.
Well, Linwood Dillard. That's a very unique first name. I don't think I've ever seen the first name of Linwood in my life.
I don't know that I have either. And
that ball gets thrown away.
Are they going to say it stay down here? At any rate, Coach Guidry will call timeout.
60-second timeout. That's coming your way on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the K-Hawk Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout.
Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke and Zach Roseman with you for this call. Zach and Matt Clark will have the call in the next game, the final game of the night on the first day. That'll be between Quincy and Alton. I see a couple of Quincy players hanging out down there by the locker room door. They are catching a glimpse of this game between Collierville, Tennessee, and Triad. Here come the Collierville, Tennessee Dragons. They'll keep it outside of the perimeter for a moment, and Triad picks the ball off. They'll throw it up, and it is going to turn into a little fingertip roll for Drew Winslow. And it's back to a 6-point lead once again for Collierville. Out to the top of the key, over into the corner. They quickly throw it around, and into the perimeter comes McNeil. He takes the shot, no good. Triad with another chance to inch a little bit closer. Here is Stewart. Stewart pulls up over on the right wing, gives the ball to Mills. Mills throws it all the way back into the corner. 3-point shot. That one's a little bit short. That would have been a huge three-pointer for Triad. If they would have hit it, they would have been 3 points away from this Dragons team. There are the Dragons with the ball out at midcourt. That is Vandenberg. Vandenberg will hand the ball off to Thomas. Thomas will circle and give it back to Vandenberg, who then in turn gives it up himself. Back to Vandenberg on the left wing. At the free throw line, it is McRae. A shot no good. Triad with the rebound. They bring the ball back up court. Here is Thompson. Thompson on the left wing. Gives it up now for Noyes. Noyes back to Thompson. Thompson throws it into the corner. Thinking about that three was Winslow. Out to Mills. He takes the 3-point shot. That's no good. And the rebound is going to be a foul, and this one's going to go against Mills.
Yeah. McNeil was able to get to the ball and just pretty quickly clamp down on it, and nothing. Mills tried to get it, but got a lot of bodies. We'll see Felipe Boyce come back in for Collierville.
1:42 left to play here in this third quarter. 35-29. Dragons have the lead over the Triad Knights. Collierville also has the ball. They bring it up, and here is Boyce. Bounces the ball over to McNeil. McNeil gives it up, gets it back on the left wing. Dribbles into the perimeter, bounces a ball into the paint. Shot taken, no good. Another try coming up from Vandenberg, and a whistle will follow.
That would probably should be on. No, they're going to get Mills again. All right, I thought they were going to get Noyes there, but Mills will pick up his second. And they're just Collierville being a little bit more patient these past couple sets, really trying to find the weak spots in the 1-3-1 zone that Triad have been running for most of the game.
And they've really calmed down on the fouls as well.
Yeah.
Miss on that try there by Vandenberg. One of the Triad fans making some noise while he was getting ready to shoot, so he wisely held on to the ball and re-dribbled to set himself back up. Still missed that one, though. One more shot for him. And two missed shots. Triad trying to go to the rebound, but they failed, and the Dragons, they get to keep it. Here is Boyce for three. That one rattles and won't fall. And Vandenberg with the putback. This one falls in. Vandenberg will go back to the line to shoot an and one.
Yeah, Vandenberg really fighting hard there against, Mills is a bit shorter, but a little bit of a wider body. And they'll get Winslow with the foul. Mills will come out, and they'll bring Droy back in.
Mills picks up his second. Winslow picks up his second. That is the fourth team foul for Triad, and right back to the free throw line is Alex Vandenberg. He just went 0 for 2 from there not even a minute ago. Trying to turn this two-pointer into a three-pointer. The old-fashioned three-point play, and he does.
You see Collierville put on some full-court man-to-man pressure.
That's exactly what they're doing. A 9-point lead for the Dragons, and they'll force Triad to break it, which Triad does. They'll bring the ball up into the form of Noyes. He give it up for Stewart. Stewart drives and scores.
Yeah.
7-point game.
Yeah, Stewart up to 9 now, and just need to be able to string a couple like I said earlier, Triad just need to be able to string a couple of stops together. They're able to get ones in isolation, but got to get 2 or 3 in a row, and they can get buckets down at the other end, then they're going to be really, really close. And they're still not out of it by any means.
Oh, no, not at all. Yeah, there's another Vandenberg bucket. Vandenberg has scored himself about 5 points here in the last 30 seconds on the clock. We have 20 seconds to go here in this third quarter, and it's back to a 9-point lead for Collierville. Knights with the ball. Winslow has it knocked away. Here comes Boyce. He'll pull up, give it up, and a shot and a foul coming up. And that one is probably going to go.
I'm thinking hit.
Yeah.
They give it to Winslow.
Well,
man, I'm really struggling here today. That's 3 on Winslow, and we'll see Tarian, alias TJ.
TJ.
Yeah.
2 shots will be coming up for Mr. McNeil. 3 Dragons wait to come in after this first free throw by McNeil. And that one's good.
Those 3 Dragons are Cantrell, Lucier, and Dillard. So Collierville going kind of a 3-guard 2 big. They got Boyce, McNeil, and Dillard out there, but then they've got 2 of their bigger guys with Cantrell and Lucier, and they're going to put Cantrell up at the top. And
McNeil gives his team back the 11-point lead they had when this quarter began. There's a 3-point try by Triad at the buzzer, and that one is no good. Fourth quarter action comes your way right after a timeout here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121. Or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, fourth quarter of game number 7 has arrived. And the Collierville Dragons have a 11-point lead, 42 to 31.
So 14 to 9 Collierville in that third quarter.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get that lead back out to equal their largest of the game at 11.
All right. See if Triad has it in them for a comeback special here. And we'll see if the team from Tennessee can find themselves into the winner's bracket on day number 1. They stay alive, and a little shot from about 5 feet out hits the bottom of the bucket for Lucier. And now Triad down by 13.
Yeah, first bucket of the second half for Lucier, up to 11 now. And I'm going to foul on the floor against.
That one is going to go. I don't even know who it's going to go against.
I'm going to give it to Cantrell. See Vandenberg come back in.
Checking back before the Dragons, number 33, Alex Vandenberg.
Vandenberg checks back into the game. Dragons have a player limping off. That is Cantrell.
Now looks to be mostly okay. Just maybe just favoring the leg a little bit. He'll get checked out by our training staff.
Our training staff is over there in the corner. He went back to the bench.
Yeah, they're trying to flag Amanda Bauer or Christian Novi down.
And Novi, he got the message, and he's on his way. Meanwhile, speaking of on their way, here are the Dragons coming down, trying to add more, and they can't. That ball is batted around, and Triad comes away with it, and a whistle will stop Drew Winslow in his tracks.
Yeah, that's is that Tyson, I think?
That's McNeil.
0, not 1.
Oh, it is.
Oh, yeah, that is
on
Tyson, because McNeil's going to come in for him, so that's 4 now on Tyson.
Meanwhile, Jack Cantrell is still limping around over here on the bench. Novi, he finally arrived, and he'll take a look at the right ankle of Cantrell.
Hopefully he's okay.
I am shocked they didn't call that a foul.
Yeah, I mean, I think well, can't do that now.
Triad turns the ball over.
That's probably about 10 now for the Knights. Noise will come back in, and the time to start making a run for Triad is now. So
You got that right. 6:40 to go here in this fourth quarter. They trail by 13 to the Knights. Got it all the way back to within 3 in that third quarter and then lost it.
Yeah, I think they got it down to 3 twice, I think.
Yeah. There is a dribble drive. They'll kick it out, and a 3-point shot. That's a little short, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay Dragons ball.
Yeah, they got Boyce and Winslow went up for it, got deflected, wound up going off of the body of Noise, and so it'll stray Dragons basketball.
Dragons have it on the inbound pass. With it, it is McNeil. McNeil, near sideline, backs up, then moves forward.
Yeah, can't back it out and run 4 corners.
Nope, that's why we have a shot clock.
Yeah, there's the shot clock.
So Waldo ball wouldn't work.
Nope. I don't know. There's
a dribble drive off the fingertips for T.J. McNeil. Here comes Jake Stewart trying to answer for Triad. Throws it into the corner. Back out front. A drive into the paint and a fingertip roll for Drew Winslow. They're going to need a lot more of that, but first they need to stop the Dragons from scoring down here at this end of the floor.
Yeah, they Triad have been able to score well enough. They just haven't quite been able to defend against the Dragons, but the Dragons present some difficulties on the matchup front. Like I said, they've got some length that can do a variety of things, and Lucier, Cantrell, they're going to get a foul.
Yeah, a foul is going to come up against Jake Stewart.
It's only his second, but that is the 6th team foul,
yep.
So Dragons will be in the bonus now, and they're going to rule that a shooting foul for Boyce to shoot 2.
Boyce. And no free throws in that first half. Collierville only had 4, and that one is a miss. .5:22 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 46-33 in favor of Collierville. The Dragons from Tennessee. Rebound belongs to the Triad Knights. Here is Winslow. Winslow with a lot of speed. Moves up in the paint and will be fouled, and he will now head to the line for 2, and that foul looks like it's going to be going against Dillard.
That's only his first, but opportunity for the Knights to get some points back without any time running off.
Winslow went 5 for 6 from the free throw line in the first half, and he stays hot from the free throw line. But the Knights are still trailing by 12.
Yeah, Dillard come back in, got a little bit of a talking to from Coach Taggart. Not sure what exactly about.
That was a miss by Winslow, but he gets the rebound, back up and in for 2.
Well, back down to 10. 5 minutes left, still plenty of time.
Oh yeah, we'll see if Triad wants to make a push like they did in that second quarter. And they got it all the way back to within 6. There's a loose ball, but the Dragons hang tough and hang with it. Out to the midcourt stripe it goes, and that is McNeil. McNeil looking for some penetration into the perimeter. Nothing to do in there, and they'll throw it up outside, and then they'll turn the ball over. Triad will get the ball back.
Yeah, pretty difficult to throw it too high for Lucier at 6'8", but got over his fingertips, and we'll see.
Working the ball up court for Triad is Stewart. He lost the ball. Here comes McNeil, and he throws up a shot and a prayer, and it worked as he was falling down. Back to a 12-point lead for the Dragons. Here comes Winslow. Oh, that's a charge. Oh. They're going to call it a block.
I don't know about that one, but back-to-back rough calls against Collierville. There probably was a foul down here on this end, and they're going to get the block. That's 3 on Vandenberg, and now the Knights will be in the bonus.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, just
back to the free throw line, Winslow.
Just got to be able to get consistent stops. It's a broken record, but it's what it is.
Yeah.
You can't
miss by Winslow. You got to start hitting those free throws as well.
They've been shooting a pretty good clip, but missing now. And also they'll bring Antonio Thompson back in, and Boyce will come sit down.
Once again at the free throw line, Winslow. And it's good on the second one. So he's gone 2 for 4 in his last 2 trips. We have a timeout on the floor. It is a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back here in about 30 seconds on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
Once again, back with you from Collinsville High School. Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium has been a bevy of activity here today. Started at 10 o'clock this morning, and we have the last scheduled tip-off at 9 o'clock. It'll be close. They've done a pretty good job of keeping on schedule.
Session break helped, but really just about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so behind time. And without a session break, we've had, of course, we do have the, I don't know that curse is the right word, but that rather annoying trend of having, we'll get Mills with the foul there, of having that final game go to overtime. And
yeah. I was just thinking to myself, we haven't had a game go to overtime yet, but I didn't want to say anything.
I mean, but, well, Fulton forced overtime, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, that'll be a fun game to do because if you look at the record books.
I mean, Fulton have played a pretty tough schedule, but.
Yeah, they always do. They're a Southwestern Conference team.
But, yeah, and they had, and their three opponents in the, their opening tournament, they had they got their one win over Carnahan, but then had to play O'Fallon and SLU, and well, those are two pretty tough teams. Belleville East were in that tournament as well. So
yeah, I believe O'Fallon has beaten Alton twice this year, once in that tournament and once in regular season matchup.
They may have played each other. They may have played each other 3 times then. I think they've played that second conference game already.
Have they really?
I
we haven't even gone through the first round of our conference games.
Yeah, it was just kind of a weird quirk that.
Yeah, Collinsville has yet to play Edwardsville.
Yeah.
Edwardsville not here this year.
Nope, they're over at.
Right off the chin there of Winslow.
Yep, they're.
That had to hurt.
Edwardsville over at MICDS this year. I think they're 1-1 so far in that tournament. Lost their first one, but still going in the consolation bracket. I think they beat Clayton today, and I'm not sure who they play next. We'll have to check that out later.
13-point lead for Collierville. We're getting low on time. 3 minutes, 25 seconds left in this fourth quarter. And here comes a three-point try. That one's a little too strong, and the rebound falls right down into the hands of Vandenberg, and he'll put it in for 2.
Yeah, from what information I was able to find, it seems like Vandenberg's the guy that really makes this Collierville team tick, and he's up to 13 now.
Mills for 3, and he hits from the corner.
Well, they're not going to go. Like I said, they're not going to go away. Almost kind of like Granite City. They're gonna go at you no matter what.
12-point lead for Collierville. Triad gets the rebound. They bring it up, and here is Winslow after a feed from Stewart. Winslow. Oh, that's a travel. Yeah,
that's a travel.
You can't stop and then start dribbling again. It's not allowed.
It took 1-2 to stop, and then took another 2.
Yeah.
Well, rather inopportune turnover, and it's not over until it's over, but
12-point lead for Collierville with 2:30 left to go. That's
it's getting closer.
It's getting closer. Yeah, you're right. Here is Vandenberg. Vandenberg gets it ball right back. Nice little give and go there. Good assist by McCray on that give and go to Vandenberg. That was a sweet play. Here is Mills. Thought about shooting that 3, and now Winslow comes in. He's fouled, and that one is going to go against Webb Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas not all that happy about it. But that's only his first foul, so it might have been shooting anyway, so Winslow will shoot.
Yeah, each team with 7 fouls, so we're into bonus land.
I think they are going to call that a shooting foul, though.
Yeah, that means that Winslow will get 2 shots. First one, no good.
Let's see, Stewart and Hitt check back in for Triad, and yeah, 14 points, 2 minutes.
It can be done, but I just don't know if Triad at this particular moment in time, their shooting is a little cold.
Yeah,
and they've turned the ball over a bunch of times.
Yeah, with the way Triad, like Althoff are going to get up and down. That's just kind of how they habitually play. Triad are a fair bit more deliberate, so them scoring points in a hurry as Jordan Lewis was able to do. Collierville will take a timeout.
That they do. It is a 60-second timeout. They'll talk to things with 13-point lead for the Dragons, and we're back in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud sponsor of your Collinsville K-Hawks on the K-Hawk Sports Network. For all of your investment needs, see Jason Regg at his Edward Jones office at 1008 Vandalia Street in Collinsville, or call Jason at 618-344-0252 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are K-Hawk Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go K-Hawks! Dragons with the ball and the lead. We are under 2 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. And the Dragons looking like they're intent on moving on into the winner's side of this bracket here at Prairie Farms. And a blocked shot. And he gets it right back, but the shot clock ran out. And Collierville will turn the ball over.
Yeah, there. I mean, at the end of the day, no real harm in it. 13-point deficit in 97 seconds. Not all that likely. Not impossible, but not all that likely.
Winslow, he brings it up across the K-Hawk logo here at midcourt. Reverses direction and reverses it again. Comes into the perimeter untouched and gets it to roll in for 2 points. It's an 11-point game once again. Dragons with the lead, and putting on a little backcourt pressure are the Triad Knights, and the Dragons break it.
Yeah, Winslow up to 22 now, so good night for him. And Coach Taggart will go ahead and empty his bench at the next stoppage.
We have 1 minute to go here in this fourth quarter. One more game left after this one. Matt Clark and Zach Roseman will bring that one to you. Quincy and Alton will have the final game of the night. Here is Vandenberg. His shot rolls off the rim, off the glass, won't fall in though. Thompson gets the rebound for Triad, gets it up to Stewart. That is picked off on a telegraphed pass, and that is going to turn into a pretty easy 2 points for McNeil.
Yeah, McNeil up to 12, and looks like that'll just about ice it. Triad or could essentially run the clock. Hey, there you go.
Well, how about adding a little dunk at the end there by Jake Stewart? And now a timeout?
Yeah, I think they're going to call it they're just going to bring. Oh, well, okay. Coach Taggart will take it. I don't know that he really wanted to. He's just trying to get his bench guys in.
It is a 60-second timeout, so we'll go ahead and step aside for about 30 of those seconds, and we'll be back in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you. 24 seconds left to play here in this one. It is an 11-point lead once again for the Collierville, Tennessee Dragons, and they have control of the ball. And they'll bring it up, a little backcourt pressure, trying to break it. They do so with a pass, not across the line yet. Now they finally get it across the line, and here is Darryl Brady, and he had his pocket picked. Here is Winslow fending off Brady. Winslow comes in for a slam, but it's a little bit moot by now as the Collierville Dragons are going to win this contest by a final score of 56-47. And that'll do it for game number 7. Game number 8 will come your way next. Matt Clark and Zach Roseman will have the call. It'll be Quincy taking on the Alton Redbirds, and that'll come your way after a brief timeout here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.